we're live, and I wanted to let everyone know that Five Figure Niche Site, my premium course on creating an Amazon affiliate site, is open for enrollment. So I'm hoping that people can actually hear me. Just wanted to give a quick, overview of what's offered out there. Now, I put a link in the description so you can check it out on your own. I won't be able to go through, you know, everything just because that would be boring for me to read that to you. I think it would be boring. I'm not sure, but for me, it would actually be boring. Tom is on WhatsApp, says audio is working, so been doing pretty well with that. And basically, enrollment is only open for like around 5 days. I open it up a couple times a year, a few times a year, and basically, the reason why it's only open a small amount of time is one, I spend a lot of time with the students, like basically most all of the students. So essentially, you have interaction with me, so you could ask questions, and depending on which package you get, you may have just email contact, or sort of group settings where we go back and forth. You ask questions about the material, and then further, if you get the premium package, you get one-on-one coaching, 4 one-on-one coaching sessions, so you could bring your specific questions like to me and say, hey, here are keywords I found. Are these good ones or bad ones? Can you help me? Now, I can't pick the niche for you. There are too many details involved, and really, I can't I can't do that just because it doesn't make sense. But here's one of the reasons why is like once you do the research, the keyword research that I teach in the course, you will basically be the expert on the niche that you're looking at and the keywords. You will be the expert, not me. Now, I can walk you through like the logic of why you would pick something over another, but essentially it's up to you. And again, with the one-on-one sessions, and you could specifically bring me your keywords and have me help you like look through that stuff. Now, if you're not a beginner, the course still works well. Now, the course is basically something where you can, if you have an existing site, you can look at what you're already doing, right? You could take a look and see mistakes potentially that you made during your your early part of your niche site career, for example, and maybe you missed some stuff with keyword research or framing your niche and that sort of thing. And I see some questions. I'm going to come over to it now. Basically, you'll be able to fix up those issues. And if you already have a site and you're making, say, $100 to $1,000, you're probably poised to take what you've learned in the course and then quickly implement it. All right. So this is pretty cool. And okay, I see some questions. So I'm going to hop over to the questions. Crypto says, does this course teach the keyword method? Yes, it does extensively. And, additionally, there's a little bit more information. There's a lot more framing, right? You can get a lot of information on YouTube, but it's really about the framing. Now, I see Michael says you're a longtime listener and now a new student. Welcome. Thank you for signing up. I'm looking forward to working with you. I'm only going to be on for a few minutes today. So I'm only going to be on for a few minutes today. I have to meet a friend of mine in just a few minutes here. So I'm heading out, but I'm going to be on often this week. And Michael, now that you are in the course, well, you don't have to settle for these live streams on YouTube. You have a better a better way to get in touch with me. So we'll be working together more closely coming up soon, Michael. So never fear, I'm not going to be here long right now, but you'll be able to reach out to me very soon. So pick up your daughter. You got to pick up your daughter. Angela says you've been waiting for this. Fantastic. Richard says, isn't one-on-one coaching time consuming? Yes, it is tremendously time consuming. It costs a lot more than the other, right? It costs way more than the other because you're literally working with me one-on-one, and that is highly leveraged. Especially if you have an existing site, I can audit your site and tell you, hey, you should spend time on these 10 posts. Here's what you should do with them. Take 3 weeks to do all that work, and then let's see if we need to adjust your your action plan from there. So the one-on-one stuff is super time consuming, but it's not cheap. And I'll tell you that right now. It's not cheap, and it is, extremely valuable for, the people that are able to take the course, work on their specific site and then have me review, what they're doing. So I hope that makes sense. And yeah, so Richard, way more time consuming, but it's one of the best things I could do. All right. And Richard is saying you saw one on one coaching per hour, which is different from the course. That is true. That's true. Um, All right, cool. And Michael, I'll take care of you in the Facebook group momentarily. And thanks, folks, for hopping on. This was just a quick one that I wanted to hop on and show you. Additionally, I could tell you a couple things that are coming up on the YouTube channel. I hope this week. So there have been so many people reaching out to me with success stories with the keyword golden ratio, where I'm just like, sure, I'll interview you. I want to show that this works so well that, sure, there are flaws with the keyword golden ratio. It doesn't work perfect 100% of the time. Basically, nothing does, but it works really good, pretty quick for brand new sites. And, if you have some experience and you take the keyword golden ratio and put it in to your existing site, or whatever you're using in your system currently, it's going to work really well. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to publish like 2 more later on this week to go along with the other 3 that I published before. So anyway, a couple other things I could point out for the course. Now, there are 3 distinct packages. There's basic, there's advanced, and there's premium. They cost a different amount. There are payment plans, by the way. So if you want to pay, monthly, there are 10 payment plans, or sorry, there is a payment plan where you make 10 payments to split it up if that works better for you. Or you could do a one-time payment and get around a 15% discount, depending on which package. I had to round a little bit, so it's plus or minus a percent, I think. Basically, if you're able to, go for the basic package, you will have access to the core units. It's like 8 units, I think. It starts at 0, so 0 through 7. And then for the advanced package, you end up with an additional 5 units. It takes you through basically material that you're not going to need probably for 6 to 12 or 18 months. Very advanced. I mean, up to like selling a site for over 6 figures, which you could imagine will take some time for you to build up and develop a site like that. Additionally, again, with the premium, you essentially get everything that you get with the advanced package, except with the premium package, you get the one-on-one coaching as well. So you could pick what works best for you. By far, the most popular package is the advanced package, since you get the additional material and so on. Now, Tom says, you're super excited about the course. How do I interact with the folks in the basic package? So with the basic package, you essentially get email support. So there is, an email address. It's like the bat phone style email address, Tom. So you're able to ask questions, and same sort of thing as like with the group coaching calls. However, it's only via email. So you would ask a question. You could say, "Hey, I've worked on this stuff. I have 30 keywords for 4 different niches. I think I like these based on the worksheets and how you're guiding me through prioritizing these. Can you give me any feedback on my analysis," and so on. And that's where I could step in. I do have one person helping me with some email support for like common questions and stuff. But I can look at your data. I could look at your analysis, Tom, and then say, all right, I don't know much about this. Here's how it usually comes out. I don't know much about this niche. I don't know much about that niche, but these other 2, I've seen some sites out there on them, and well, they look like they're okay. Or I may say, I had a friend. This is actually fairly common. I could say, like, I had a friend. He or she had a niche site, or sorry, he or she had a niche site in one of the ones you're looking at, and it didn't work out. Like, it didn't convert well because, people don't buy those kind of products online. He got a lot of traffic, but he just didn't make a lot of sales. There's a handful out there that are like that. And you don't know until, you have a site with traffic and you see it doesn't convert while all the other person's sites converted well. So there's some stuff like that. And Tom, as far as other interaction, there is a Facebook group and it's more about the community. I actually I struggle with Facebook. I'll be honest with you. And there's enough people in the Facebook group that have been in the course for, a year and a half. They've gone from zero to making hundreds of dollars per month, and they are experienced, right? So it's more about the community aspect. Occasionally, I have popped into the Facebook group and answered a couple questions, but the thing is, basically, I don't spend too much time on Facebook for my own personal sanity. And in order to provide the best service, email is the best way to do it versus a Facebook group. And hopefully that helps, Tom. Hope to see you on the inside. I haven't checked my emails. I haven't seen any enrollment from you, but I'm hoping to see you on there. Wesley says, did the live stream times change? The answer is no. This is an oddball because I'm doing the launch for the course, Wesley. So I'm hopping in here, yelling for a minute, and then I'm actually going to end it in just a minute or two here. But tomorrow I'm probably going to do a teardown around this time, most likely, maybe a little bit earlier. I'll probably schedule it earlier in the day. And then on Wednesday, I'll do 10 a.m. as normal. But today, just a little bit different. So catching everyone off guard. And my days during the launches are, I try and hold a pretty open schedule so that I can handle any technical issues that may arise. Tech issues never go away, no matter what you're doing. So anyway, Wesley, this is just a random one. And tomorrow, like I said, I'll probably schedule the live teardown. And Wesley says you're trying to get your uncle to buy the course. You nearly got him talked into it. That's cool. Hey, well, I was going to say, one of the things is there's a 60-day money back guarantee. I'm very flexible. Now, one of the caveats is you need to do the work behind it. So I want to see like a good faith effort that you tried to do the work. The very flexible refund policy isn't for, and this actually happened, it isn't for someone to enroll in the course, take all the material through 59 days, which is like most of the material, and then decide, oh, you know what, I just wanted to get all that material and then get a refund. That's actually happened to me, and someone tried to do a chargeback, which hurts me as a vendor, right? I'm flexible. If someone wants a refund, I'll give them a refund. It's fine. Now, like I said, I want to see a good faith effort. I will ask, like, hey, which part of the course didn't work for you? Like, what was the issue? Like, did you go through the exercises? And it's actually feedback for me to improve the course, right? So if someone says this was confusing, I didn't understand how to do this part, and it basically shut me down and I stopped doing the course. Well, I need to know about that stuff so I can make it easier to understand. Maybe the worksheets weren't clear or something like that. So through the feedback, I'm able to get a lot of helpful information. Now, Wesley, like I said, 60-day money back guarantee. So essentially he goes through it and it's just like too complicated or something, right? Maybe something comes up. This happens occasionally. Someone thought that they were going to have a lot of free time because they were in a job where they had more free time. And then they got a new job and then they didn't have time anymore, or maybe some kind of health issue. That unfortunately happens sometimes too. So anyway, Wesley, you got a few days to convince your uncle, and it'd be great to have him on. And he'll have a great person to go ask questions to. Yourself and me too. All right, cool. Thanks everyone for hopping on. If you have any questions, you can go to the site, Five Figure Niche site. There's a link in the description. There's a little chat window, hopefully on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. And you could, if I'm not there, which I'm not manning the chat 24/7 or anything, you can click on it, put in your email address, your name, ask the question that you have, and I can get back to you on it. Thing is, I'll be honest with you, the sales page is super long, tons of information. It's actually helpful. So even if you don't decide to buy it, there's good information within the sales page. It is very long though. It's possible that you want to get the course, but you have a question and you're not sure if it's on there. So feel free to ask via the chat. It goes to my email and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. So thanks everyone. We'll see you tomorrow for the teardown. And if you're watching the replay, thanks for checking it out. And we'll see you later. Thanks.